All right. Hello and good morning, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Hello, hello. I hope you're doing well. And I welcome you all to a very special gameplay stream after having shuffled the schedule around many times this weekend due to, sadly, the lack of performance in the two new releases that came out on Friday is probably the best way to describe it, right? Utter lack of performance. The two new releases were atrociously bad. Both Crysis Remastered and WWE 2K Battlegrounds. Bad games. Not even close to being good games. Like sad. Sad how bad they were. Especially for those who were fans of either the yearly WWE games, which there was no normal installment of this year, because last year's was so bad, so they come out with this replacement game that is arguably worse. And then Crysis Remastered, holy shit. Remastered? How about regurgitated? Recycled poorly. That's probably the best way to describe Crysis Remastered. You know how when you have regular fresh white paper and you have recycled paper that has like shitty grains in it and it's like brown? That's pretty much Crysis Remastered. Just not a good experience, guys. Not a good experience the past couple of days on streams. And I apologize to everyone who was looking for the usual fun, the usual quality. We didn't get it, right? We were all very disappointed at how bad these games were. All right? So, I listened to your feedback. The past 2 days, you guys basically screamed, help, do something different. These games are really bad, and if you're stuck playing these for extended periods of time, this is going to suck. All right? So I listened directly to your feedback, and I decided to pull an audible. Some people don't understand what an audible is. An audible is in American football. It's when you're in the middle of a play, and things are going badly. Like, it looks like maybe the defense of the other team is set up specifically to stop your play. You're like, oh shit, we got to change things on the fly so we don't get destroyed. So that's what this is. It's an audible. It's me saying, God damn, those games are bad. Let's do something on the fly, different, so that we can have some fun over the course of this next week rather than be stuck with a bunch of bad games. Okay? So, lucky for us, this was a very different kind of week in regards to new releases. Lucky for us, this was a week when there was a random collection, and it was weird because it wasn't really announced until like not even 2 weeks ago, a random collection of Mario stuff, right? The Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection has been released. Now, originally I said I'm interested in it, but I don't know if I'm going to play it, because in all honesty, it really depends on what happens with time. Well, guess what? We now got time, because I'm not going to play the two new releases that were supposed to carry me for the rest of this week, right? So that's a cool thing. That's good. We have time now, and the Super Mario 3D collection is a collection of 3 games. Super Mario 64, which obviously is the Nintendo 64 original 3D outing for Mario. There's also Super Mario Sunshine, the GameCube version of Mario, which added a whole bunch of new kinds of stuff, like the water gun jetpack and all kinds of shit. And then Super Mario Galaxy. Now, the thing is, out of all these games in the collection, they're all good. They're all good games. And it would be pretty much, it doesn't even really matter what game I played out of the 3 of them, because they're all pretty good. Although, admittedly, I thought Super Mario Sunshine didn't necessarily feel as smooth or as polished as a mainstream Mario game usually is. It felt to me like something went awry with that one when I played it. I don't know. I've played all 3 games, all right, before. I've done full playthroughs of them. And the thing is, if you look at the time frame of when I've played them, I played Mario 64. It was either last year or the year before. I can't 100% remember when it was. Shit, I'm still trying to think now. I think it was last year, but don't quote me on that, because this year's been so crazy that time is just all screwed up. In fact, I'll talk to you a little bit about some changes here to the office for the fall, since the seasons are now changing and everything. But anyway, I just played Mario 64, and I 100%ed it. Okay, I 100%ed it. I got every single star in the game. So I've basically seen everything there is to see in Super Mario 64. And therefore, there's no point in me playing it again anytime soon. Alright. Super Mario Sunshine, I played, I believe, a year before that. So I think I'm going to say that's probably like 2018. I think. Maybe 2017, but I think it was 2018 when I played Super Mario Sunshine. Now, I played that one on the GameCube. I actually had a Wii that emulates GameCube games, and we played it there. I bought a HDMI adapter and everything for it to capture the video so we could play it. And like I said, I liked it, but definitely didn't like it as much as other mainstream Mario games. I feel like it felt like it was an unpolished game in a lot of ways. But I still enjoyed the playthrough. Okay? But Super Mario Galaxy, holy shit. So, first of all, I played Super Mario Galaxy 8.5 years ago. Okay? That's a long time ago. That's like my first kind of half of my YouTube career / when I was a full-time YouTuber. I wasn't doing direct capture. I wasn't live streaming. The way that I played games was very different back then. Okay? When I played games back then, I basically rushed through them. And I'll admit that now, that I didn't really look for side content. I didn't really look to be a completionist where I tried to do all the things in a game. Even if I was having fun doing all the stuff in a game, frequently I would just kind of skip through a lot of it. And the reason for that was because back then, let's be honest here, alright? YouTube was a very different place. The land of milk and honey is probably the best description for YouTube back in the day. Ad revenue was out the ass. Like, if you could get through a game within a week and get to a new game and just constantly be playing new releases like I used to do, the views were sky high and the money was insane. You would make so much ad revenue on just playing through just the standard story of a game. And that was the thing. I'll be honest with you guys again, the YouTube audience is a very fickle audience. YouTubers or YouTube viewers, they want it fast, they want it quick, they want instant gratification, and they don't want a personal touch. What they want is just boom, give me it in a nutshell, show it to me quick, digestible, and move on. Okay? They don't like long plays. They don't like extended playthroughs with extra side content. That's just how the YouTube audience is. And I used to have to, cater to that audience. So in 2012, it was, there was some downtime and stuff going on. And I was looking for a playthrough to do. That was a game I hadn't played before. And Super Mario Galaxy stuck out because it was one of the Mario games I had never experienced. And at that point, I did not take any time, really, to play the game. Being very honest here. I didn't really take my time at all. I remember when I was playing, I basically just do the basics. Do whatever you need to just get through it once. Beat it. And move on. And that's how I approached it back then. So, now I am a full-time streamer. Now that I am an interactive streamer doing direct capture, it makes sense to go back years later and play a remastered version of this game with better visuals. I would say more modernized controls, except I do feel that the controls of Galaxy were decent. I don't think that they really were poor. I'm going to be using the Hori pad for this playthrough. The first playthrough I used the Wii controller. Alright, so I'm just going to be using the Hori pad this time. But anyway, yeah, over 8 years ago, this playthrough. So definitely it's going to feel fun and refreshing to come back now and play it at my own pace and not rush through it. Take my time. And the thing is, you guys, I'm sure you guys have played this game before. I know I'm going to have people on the stream here who have played it before are going to know about all the secret stuff and how do you unlock this and that, right? How do you get to this ending, or not ending, but how do you unlock the secret stages and content and stuff like that? You guys are always good about that. And so as I play it over the course of this week, I'm sure I'm going to have lots of fun with this playthrough in a very different way than the old content that I used to put out. Okay, and I'm excited for that. I hope you guys are excited too. And the truth of the matter is, outside of maybe I remember there's a planet with a giant piranha plant. That's about all I remember. I really don't genuinely remember much about the playthrough at all. So that's good. It's gonna feel like it's a fresh start. I remember the music being really good, and that's about it. So we'll see how this playthrough goes. I hope it ends up being great for you guys. You guys have asked me ever since they announced this collection to do it. And I said, fine, this makes sense to do it now. There's really nothing else going on. Because the other playthroughs were duds. Okay? So just to reiterate. Yeah, those playthroughs are dead, man. Like, both Crisis Remastered and WWE 2K Battlegrounds, there's no reason to continue with them. I'm not having fun with them. You guys weren't having fun with them. Last night, it was pretty much a revolt in chat. People were actually losing their shit, saying this game is so bad and so boring, we can't fucking take watching Phil play it anymore. And that really happens. You know, usually. Usually. Even if it's a game that's not very good, you guys will at least put up with it and say, okay, you know, fair enough, it's not good, but, you know, let's hang out with Phil and make it entertaining. You guys couldn't even take it. You were, like seriously falling asleep. People started doing copy pastas and spamming the chat. And I was like, well, I guess I gotta listen to my chat, you know. This is not a game for a long-term playthrough. They just don't like it. And quite frankly, after last night's session, I don't like it either. The game really does suck, which is a shame. Like I said, because usually you want a yearly WWE game. This was supposed to be kind of the surrogate game because there is no regular WWE 2K game this year. And this game is abysmally fucking bad. Like, I can't believe how bad that game is. So, oh boy. Alright. So, let's go through the schedule. Actually, before we do that, I want to say to everyone, of course, as usual, thank you for the support. The past couple of weeks, the Vest streak ended, but you guys have still been very supportive on the streams, which has been very appreciated because, you know, I was nervous what's going to happen if the Vest streak ends. Does that mean that the support dries up? No, it's been the opposite. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been supporting me tons. I really appreciate that. Speaking of which, last night, ladies and gentlemen, last night, I received my first ever and biggest cheer ever, 100,000 bits. Wow. Outstanding, amazing, super duper supportive. You know, I don't even really know how else to describe it. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, I didn't expect that. You know, it was out of the blue. It happened when it happened during the WWE stream. First of all, everyone hated the game, right? Everyone was really hating the game. And so when it came, it was like, whoa, what? Is that real? And the thing is, as you guys know recently, sadly, I've had a lot of issues with things like chargebacks and the like here on the streams. And so there have been a lot of question about what contributions are real and which ones are fake. I mean, just yesterday I got a $100 tip from something that's questionable, and maybe it's going to get charged back at some point, right? So to see this cheer, everyone was looking at it like, is this real or not? Can this be trusted? You know, but no, it's real. See, the thing with cheers, unlike tips, you can't really mess around with cheers. When a cheer comes in, and it counts. It's not like they can take it back. See, here's the thing. With gifted subscriptions, the accounts that it's gifted to can cancel the sub and it gets taken back. It's like refunding. Or with a tip. You can tip and then someone can try to charge it back by committing credit card fraud. I know how bad that sounds. It's true. Every single time there's an illegal chargeback that's not legit, it's credit card fraud. Although these kids apparently don't take it that seriously because they fucking commit this fraud every single day. As stupid as that sounds, so whatever, but you know, that's life. People are fucked up. But bits are there and they stick. So this is crazy. So it came in from someone named Overpowered Boone. Now, if you think about it, that's kind of cool because Overpowered Boone goes in line with my song about Boone. How I say Boone is overpowered. He's a crazy character in Fallout New Vegas. He was my favorite companion during that game because he was so powerful. So this is obviously someone who's a fan. They've listened to my music before, and on the pre-streams, they know the Boone song, they like it, and they wanted to do a cheer in honor of the song, which is really nice. So whoever you are, Overpowered Boone, I know you've never spoken in the chat before. Know that you've much appreciated your support. Thank you very, very much. That's going to help tremendously in the coming months for sure. You know, I won't see any benefit from that cheer till next month, but hey, I'm not complaining. Even if I have to wait for it, it's super duper appreciated. That's like I said, that's the biggest cheer in all the years I've streamed. You know, I came back to full-time streaming early 2017, and that's when they had cheers enabled. So in 3.5 years of non-stop streaming, that is by far the biggest cheer I've ever gotten. And I thank you very, 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 very much, whoever that was. Okay? It's pretty damn awesome, isn't it? Now, who's going to beat it? Yeah, right. Who's going to beat the cheer? Let's get to the cheer streak. Who can beat the cheer? Yeah, right. It's not going to... I doubt I'll... Here's the thing. It's been so long that I've been streaming constantly, and I finally get a cheer that big, right? I'm never going to get a cheer bigger than that. I call it right now. Overpowered Boone will remain in the annals of history as the biggest cheerer of all time here on my streams, and we are never going to top that. That's going to remain the top cheer forever. I'm calling it right now. You know, and that's fine. That's awesome. That is a pretty damned awesome size cheer to be the biggest one ever. So, thank you again, whoever that was, for the amazing support. Okay? Okay. All right, now let's talk schedule. Because this week now has been thrown for a loop because the games that I was playing basically suck ass. All right? So here's the thing. There's going to be a lot of Mario no matter what. And I hope you guys are okay with that. But I know what's going to happen. Some people are going to get tired of Mario. They're going to say, man, you know, I'm tired of this constant Mario. We just had Paper Mario, even though Paper Mario is way different than what we're about to play. I just know there's going to be people who are going to say stuff like this. Man, Phil plays too much of the same thing. Why is he playing Mario again? Too much Mario. Mario, Luigi Mario. The Super Mario Brothers movie in the 90s sucked. And so does this game. You know, people are always like that. And there's some people who just don't like Mario. I don't know why, because I enjoy Mario games a lot. But even when I was playing a new release like Super Mario Odyssey, so people hated on the game. We're like, oh, Mario, tired of Mario. So, I guess we'll see how this goes. All right? My focus is going to be Super Mario Galaxy for the next many days. But I may mix it up for variety's sakes. Let's talk a little bit about that. Okay? All right. So today, it's Super Mario Galaxy HD, the premiere, here on stream. 3 to 4 hours of gameplay. Should be super fun, especially because, again, haven't played this in 8.5 years, and it'll be like experiencing it for the first time in many ways, I'm sure. Later tonight, the late night stream is the continuation of Fire Emblem Three Houses. That's right, today's an all-Switch day. All Switch all the time today. And that should be fun. 2 hours to continue the story. I'm being told, again, there's probably about 10 to 15 hours left in the game. So I definitely need to play it at least once a week moving forward. I may next week play it twice, just to get even further, because I need to try to finish this goddamn game. It can't be lingering forever, and it really has been lingering forever at this point. So we'll see. But tonight, it's the Fire Emblem stream for the week, okay? Tomorrow, more Super Mario Galaxy on the main gameplay stream. All right? And then, it's Fall Guys. A late night stream of Fall Guys tomorrow night. Okay? Should be fun as well. As you guys know, I played Fall Guys as an impromptu stream on Friday night. And with the changes that they have implemented now in Fall Guys, the way they've remixed the stages to have new elements or you know, variation in the existing elements, I feel that Fall Guys is way more fun now. It's just like super fun compared to what it was, because we were all getting tired of the stages getting stale. Certain stages were like way too easy, and now it seems like it's remixed, it's fun, it's different, it's more challenging now. So I'm excited for that on Monday night. Hope you guys will join me for that. Okay? Then I'm off on Tuesday. I shall return on Wednesday with more Super Mario Galaxy HD. And Wednesday night, I'm probably doing more Fall Guys, alright? Unless I feel like doing maybe a late night Wednesday night Batman stream, which I'm kind of debating. Batman Arkham City, that is, because we've done everything in the game but the Riddler content and finding Azrael to finish his mission. So there's 2 side content things left to do. And I really would like to 100% it this time, because I didn't 100% it when I played it, you know, 9 years ago. And I was disappointed at that, because apparently there's a secret ending, secret fight and everything for doing it. And if I did all the Riddler stuff, I get the platinum, which would be really cool. So I'm debating doing some more Batman for variety to mix it up, so it's not just Mario, Mario, Mario. Okay, but we'll see. So Wednesday night could either be Batman or it could be more Fall Guys. Thursday, again, it could be more Super Mario Galaxy, or I could do a major stream of Batman that day instead. You know, I'm debating it. Should I do major stream of Batman, or should I do Fall Guys? Mario. I don't know. Basically what I'm gonna do is play this week by ear. If you guys are really liking the ton of Mario, then we'll just keep doing Mario Galaxy, and I'm okay with that. But if you guys get tired of Mario Galaxy, all right, and want something different and want variety, right, then we can mix that in there. I'm okay with that too. So we'll see, I guess, what happens over the week. Okay. Good stuff, right? Okay, now, later on this week, on Friday, there's a new release. And hopefully it doesn't suck ass. Seriously, I hope it doesn't suck ass like the new releases from last week, because that was bad. Alright? The new release this week is Mafia Definitive Edition. This is the original Mafia game, okay? Redone completely from the ground up. Apparently, it's a new engine it runs on. New graphics, new controls. They really wanted to make it, you know, a better game. And I hope they did. I hope that the game ends up being great. I guess we'll see. I'm excited. Why? Because I played both Mafia 2 and 3. Mafia 2 actually was one of my favorite games the year I played it. It was outstanding story, great pacing, good gameplay. In fact, the only thing that was a little disappointing about Mafia 2 is that it's short. But you know what? Comparing Mafia 2 with Mafia 3, I feel Mafia 2 is a superior game, and here's why. Because Mafia 2 doesn't outlast its welcome, and it doesn't have padding. It's just a fun game, and it knows that. Like, it knows what it is, and it knows it doesn't need to be insanely long. It just has a great story, bang for your buck, boom, done, good, right? What I'm hoping is that Mafia 1 is very similar to that, where even though it may be like only like a 15-hour playthrough, maybe a 10-hour playthrough, it's still an insanely good playthrough. You see, it's a great story, engaging, good characters and everything. That's what I'm looking for. Because Mafia 3 was good if you just focused on the story, but it had so much padding that it ended up being like a 30 to 40-hour game, and it really was only like a 10-hour game. And it sucked because of that. It really was a grind to get through and not fun. So I'm looking forward to the Mafia remake this coming Friday. Alright, should be a good one. And that's a good way to end September on a strong note, I feel. Okay? And so, you know, depending on how things go this week, it looks like it's going to be Mafia Definitive Edition and Mario Galaxy to end September. Alright? Now, I don't know how long Mario Galaxy is if you could try to do all the content. I don't remember. Like I said, I rushed through this game the first time that I played it. So I really don't know much about or remember much about its length, or how much content the game has. Then again, the first time I played it, I also wasn't trying to do all the content, you see? So maybe Mario Galaxy is long enough to take all week. I don't know. I guess we'll see. If I finish it, and that's what I mean. Like, maybe I shouldn't rush it. Maybe I should switch in a stream of Batman or something in there for variety, right? So, we got to see how it goes over the course of the week. Okay? Good stuff, good stuff. This is going to be a great week, I feel. It's going to be very entertaining, very different from the last couple of days, I hope. The last couple of days were a dud, for sure. Alright. Now, a few other things, guys. First of all, the Rage-a-thon happens 1 week from today. That is right. 1 week from today is my rage-inducing marathon. Which should be interesting. Games like Celeste, Hollow Knight, Jump King, Street Fighter 4 are going to be played in a marathon setting. I'll be swapping between games during the course of this marathon. And hopefully it causes rage and you guys enjoy it. That's the whole point of a special event like this marathon next week. Okay? Not Street Fighter... Did I say Street Fighter 4? I meant to say Street Fighter 5. If I said Street Fighter 4, I said the wrong thing. Street Fighter 5. So that should be interesting. And some people have already said, I hope Phil makes some of the games that he's chosen for this Rageathon. I hope he'll like them and continue to play them as full playthroughs at some point in the future. It's possible. This has happened before, where during one of these marathons, I play games that I end up enjoying a lot, and then I end up going back to them later. That's right, The Quiet Man. The Quiet Man is also one of the games I'll be playing next weekend. I should emphasize this. The Quiet Man will be played next weekend. For the first time, after years of people asking for The Quiet Man, I'm actually going to play The Quiet Man next week. Okay, then. All right, so anyway, that's next week. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please vote on the type of Halloween costume you'd like to see me wear during the Halloween marathon by typing !costume into the stream chat right now. And also, please nominate games for that very same Halloween marathon by typing !marathon into the stream chat right now. Those commands will bring up the link where you can click on it and go either vote or nominate. That event will take place on Halloween Day, which I'm excited for. I love doing the Halloween stuff every year. Excuse me. So I just hope you will vote. I'm curious to see what kind of costume you guys come up with, or what category. This week, my wife and I will begin to actually look around for Halloween costumes, as well as a way to decorate the office for Halloween. As you might remember, every year, when I celebrate Halloween, I decorate my office for it. And it ends up being a really good time. We have a nice festive time here together. The problem, though, is that this year, I changed my office, which I'll show you here. Look. My office is different. There's no couch behind me anymore. There used to be a couch, and on that couch, I would put Bone Meal the Skeleton. Last year, I had a candle, an electric candle, right? A battery-powered candle of a skull that sat right here. It doesn't exist anymore. So what I need to do is figure out a way to get stuff to be behind me on camera without a sofa behind me. So I'm thinking maybe I could get a stand or a rack of some sort, you know, something that I can sit stuff on behind me for decoration purposes. I'll probably have some lights maybe hanging behind me and stuff. We'll see, because my wife and I already have some good ideas of what we want to do this year to mix it up, and it won't be exactly the same stuff as last year. There's definitely going to be some new stuff added this year. But I got to figure out how do I set it up behind me so it looks good on camera, and it's not, you know what I mean? It can't be on the floor. You can't see it then, right? So we're gonna think about this, and we're gonna work on this coming Tuesday when I have a day off. We're gonna go around looking at some stuff and see what we can find and come up with. I'm lucky enough to have an amazing wife who's very smart and helps me with all these decorations and everything. So October's gonna be a great month. I get the feeling there's gonna be good games. There's gonna be festive vibes, good stuff all around. I'm excited, and I'll have more information on decorations and everything going on here soon. All right, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Newbridge Capital LLC just tipped me $100. Newbridge Capital, I know you've got to be here now. All right, I know you must be on this stream to hear me talking. I need to hear from you. This is the third day in a row you came on stream and you tipped $100, and I appreciate that. But you have to understand something, Newbridge. I have a lot of trolls who have been messing with me with chargebacks recently. And the fact that I don't know who you are because you don't talk in the stream chat, and I've never heard of you before, and the fact that your name is a company that I've never heard of, makes me incredibly skeptical that these tips are going to be legit. I've purposely been holding your tips in limbo here in my PayPal because I'm afraid you're going to charge them back. So if you're a troll, I guess, you know, I can't make you do anything. But if you're not a troll and you're legitimately trying to support the streams and you're trying to help, please contact me. Email me at darksidefil@hotmail.com. Let me know the deal. All right? I said this yesterday, and you didn't do it. So I'm going to give you another chance. Please contact me, darksidefil@hotmail.com, and let me know who you are, because I need to know that this is legit. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to assume that these are troll tips, and I'm just going to have to refund them. All right? As much as I love the help, I appreciate the support, the fact that someone 3 days in a row now has come by and tipped $100 and doesn't talk and is a weird company's name it's very suspicious, you know. So there you go. And you know, I guess we're gonna have to see what happens. Hopefully, hopefully, this is not a joke. This is not a prank. This is not someone trying to mess with me. I hope this is legit. If it is, amazing. This will help me a ton coming up in the next few months, especially because there's so many effing games coming out in the next few months that I'm going to have to buy. Just this week alone, when you think about it, just this week alone, all right, I spent already $70 that I pissed away on 2 terrible games, right? Then I had to drop another $100 on the Super Mario Collection unexpectedly, so I have something to play this week. So this would definitely help to defray that cost, obviously, right? So again, I need to hear from you. Newbridge Capital LLC. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to have to start refunding these tips. Because I'm not going to deal with chargebacks down the line that'll screw me over, you know? So, okay. So I'm just making that clear. Abundantly clear here on the stream. Alright, guys. So, and so by the way, I'm not going to count that because I don't know if it's legit. And this guy hasn't answered me yet. I'm not going to count that as part of our counting here of contributions because I get the feeling this is not legit, you know? Unless I hear from this guy. If I hear from this guy, we'll count it. But if I don't hear from him, I feel like we shouldn't count it because it's just too fishy. It's too damn fishy. If it smells like a fish, it looks like a fish, and it tastes like a fish, it's just a red herring. It's not a fish. No, it's probably a fish. I'm just saying it's probably a fish. So, I guess we'll see. Alright, anyway. Let's continue on. So, October's going to be a great month. I'm excited for October. Now, speaking of which, all this change coming up, right? New playthroughs. We're going to have decorations soon. We have a Rageathon coming up. Another big change today. The air conditioner is gone. I've taken the air conditioner out of my office window. And now I'm enjoying fresh fall air here in the office. For the very first time in months. In fact, my God, has time flown. When you really think about it. Do you guys remember when I set up the air conditioner? It seems like it was yesterday. I remember it was relatively early into the pandemic. Earlier this year. And basically everything was still locked down. Like unless it was an essential store, all stores were closed. All restaurants were closed. Right? Really the only places you could go were grocery stores, pharmacies, variety stores like Target and Walmart, and hardware stores like Lowe's or Home Depot and stuff like that. And if you remember, I said, I didn't want to, but I ventured out to the hardware store to get weatherproof tape and foam so I could install my air conditioner. This was early April when it started to get hot to the point where I couldn't just have my window open anymore. And I needed to cool down in here. Everything was getting too hot. And if you remember, when I went to the store, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It was full of people, packed to the brim. You had to wait in line 15 minutes to get checked out. I was like, are these fucking people idiots? You're supposed to be home. You're not supposed to be out in the pandemic doing this shit. They did not give 2 fucks. They really didn't. They were out there. They wanted to do their thing. They were apparently stir crazy from being stuck at home, and they just wanted to do whatever they wanted, as unsafe as it was. It was very scary, right? So I survived, and I got all the stuff, but that was April. I swear to God, it feels like that was yesterday, right? It doesn't feel like 6 effing months have passed. It's September, so April, May, June, July, August, September. It's been over 5 months since that happened. I swear it feels like I just put the air conditioner in. And here we are, 5+ months later. This year has been insane. But the good news here is the hot summer weather it seems to have finally passed here in Washington State. I checked the weather today. It said for the next 10 days, the highest it's going to be is 70 degrees. which most days being cloudy and rainy, which it actually is outside right now. It's cloudy and rainy. That's typical fall weather out here. So I'm pleased because my wife and I both have wanted typical fall weather to happen as soon as possible after being very hot the last month or so, and basically having to be cooped up in this office with the air conditioners blasting constantly and the air feeling very stale. That's not good. Fresh air is a very good thing for the body, and admittedly, being cooped up in this office with stale air every day could have contributed to many things, including why you hear me having to clear my throat a million times. My post-nasal drip probably getting worse. And also, let's be honest, the ear infections. The air has been so hot and stuffy and stale, it could add to a climate to breed bacteria, So now, it's going to be open air. The window is wide open right now. My fan, I have this nice fan that's blowing cool air towards me in the office. It feels refreshing. And this is what I love about the fall. Not only do I get to play a ridiculous amount of fun new games with all of you here, but I also get cool fall air, good times with all of you. This is good stuff. I'm very excited for what's to come. So I'm happy about that. Air conditioner's out. You guys should not hear the air conditioner turning on and pumping anymore. It's over. So there you go. Okay. Winter and spring are the best seasons, says Corey M. I like fall and spring. Now, normally I would say I don't like winter, but since I've moved out here to Washington State, our winters are very mild. So I actually like winter out here too. Although we've been told there are signs due to weather activity out in the Pacific Ocean, there are signs that this winter may actually be bad. Okay? This winter may actually be a cold, snowy winter, which we have not had. I think the one winter that was the worst since I moved here, there were 2 major snows that were about a foot to a foot and a half each, and no one here was equipped for that because they weren't used to it. Apparently this year we may get a ton of snow. I guess we'll see what happens. But, yeah, there's some crazy activity apparently going on in the Pacific. That's an indicator of La Nina. La Nina is coming for you. Yes, La Nina might actually hit and give us a lot of snow. I guess we're going to see what happens in the winter. So, all right. That's a lot of gabbing from me, guys, but I had a lot to talk about today. Let's be honest. The first 100,000-bit cheer, switching up playthroughs to do better stuff like Mario Galaxy. The fall coming here and hitting finally is an exciting day for me. I'm sorry that I talked at length. I know you guys hate hearing me talk. You just want to see gameplay. You're not here for me. Let's face it, you're not here for me. No one comes to my streams for me. Who the hell cares about me? You guys want Mario. And I'm sorry that I kept you waiting from your Mario. Okay? Everyone hates me. Okay. So, now, let us move on to shout-outs. Let us give shout-outs to those who've contributed overnight and also on the stream. And let's get those leaderboards updated, okay? First of all, overnight, Tana Mounter did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Tana Mounter, for the overnight cheer. I appreciate the overnight support very much. Shout out to Zenith, who overnight tipped me $2.50 and said, man, that 100K cheer last night was insane. I agree with you, Zenith. I was not expecting that whatsoever. We were all shocked. Like, literally, again, because there's been so much trolling with, like, essentially, this Newbridge Capital LLC guy, who no one knows if we can trust this guy or not, right? There's been so many chargebacks recently. In the last week alone, I'm not exaggerating, in the last week alone, $200 in chargebacks I've gotten. Well, not all, but mostly from tips that I received in, like, July. Some asshole coming back, 2 months later, trying to charge back tips. Okay? So with all that going on, it's very hard to trust these big contributions coming in. And the cheer came in, we're like, what the frick? Really? Holy shit. So, yeah. It was amazing. And I'm very happy. Thank you again to Overpowered Boom. Like I said, I really feel, genuinely feel that will be the biggest cheer I will ever receive. I don't think I will ever receive a cheer any bigger than that. And if that is the case, I'm perfectly okay with that. I have no problems with that. That is a super duper, insanely generous cheer. Thank you very, very much for that. Okay. Golden Colts did a bunch of cheering overnight. His first cheer, he says, you must stay loyal to John Jasperoni, or John Jasperone. Okay. Then he said, what do you say? What do you hear? Then he cheered 2 more times. So thank you, Golden Colts, for the overnight cheers. I appreciate that. All right, so as the stream went live today, the first contribution came in from Me So Pregnant, who resubscribed for 2 months and said, DSP gives me King Cobra JFS vibes. I have no idea what that means. But I thank you very much anyway. I appreciate that. Oh my God. That was disgusting. I'm really sorry, everybody. Oh my God. That seriously came out of nowhere. I was not expecting that. And that was revolting. I am grossed out as much as you. And I'm very sorry. I don't want that to happen ever again. That was fucking nasty stuff right there. Oh man. Okay. So sorry about that. What was I doing? I was reading shoutouts. I burped so disgustingly, I confused myself as to what I was even doing on the stream. Alright, so thank you, Me So Pregnant, for the sub. Captain DCW resubscribed for a whopping 35 months. Thank you, Captain DCW, for nearly 3 years of straight support here on the streams. Thank you very much for that, Captain DCW. Rob on Wheels is today's first official tip. It's a $10 tip. He says, I wanted to ask if you think there's any way Microsoft will ever get back in front of Sony, seeing as they've shot themselves in the foot 2 generations in a row now. I don't know what's going on. The thing is, here's the thing. Last console generation, Microsoft had some really bad leadership, okay? I don't think anyone's going to disagree with me when I state that Don Matrick was probably the worst possible person they could have put in charge of Microsoft gaming consoles. You know what I mean? Like, that guy, he wasn't in touch at all with gamers or consumers. He just wanted to do his own fucking thing. He thought his shit didn't stink. I mean, he said as much during E3 when he's getting interviewed about what should people do if they don't have an internet connection. How can they play games on your console? And he said, well, we got a console for those people, the Xbox 360. Like, wow, you're an asshole. You know? So I feel last console gen, the really bad start was because of Don Matrick being in charge, the really poor decisions he made in regards to that console. Now, today we've got Phil Spencer. And I'm sorry, but Phil Spencer just seems to be way more in touch with common gamers. He kind of understands what people want. He seems like a cooler guy, you know. He's certainly not a elitist douchebag idiot from how he comes across. Maybe it's all a sham. Maybe it's all fake. Wouldn't that be something? If someone gets like a leaked audio, a Phil Spencer boardroom meeting, and he's like a complete douche nozzle. He's like, fuck these guys. Fuck these customers. Fuck the gamers. Money. Get them on a fucking Game Pass now. I don't care what game. Fuck Halo Infinite. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve a good launch game. Delay that shit. Maybe, who knows? Who knows, man? I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, Phil Spencer seems to be a guy who's in touch with modern gamers. So my question is, what is with their strategy again? 2 console generations in a row. 2 console generations in a row where it seems like Microsoft is going to blow it. They've got no games for the new console that are exclusive to the console. And then they say, we don't care how many consoles we sell. Are you aware that you are a gaming company and you should care about how many consoles you sell? Like, the things they're saying and doing are so weird. And we know that even though Xbox Series X and S are going to sell like hotcakes, we saw how popular the PS5 pre-orders were, and so many people didn't get them that now people are going to be like, well, consolation prize, I need to get an Xbox Series X because I need to be in on this next generation of gaming. And so it seems like the Xbox Series X or S is the only way to do it. I'm going to do it. I would guarantee you their pre-orders are going to sell out just like the PS5, okay? So if that is the case, I guess what we got to say is, why are they doing such weird shit where they acting like they don't care? Oh, we don't care if anyone buys the console. We don't care if we have games for the console. Like, you should. You know, like, not only from a business rationale, but just from a gamer standpoint, the shit they're doing doesn't make sense. I'm at a loss for what they're thinking here. So, I don't know. I agree with Rob on Wheels here. 2 console generations in a row, it's like Microsoft shit the bed. They can't help themselves. They can't help but fuck up. What is happening? I don't know. I'm just as confused as everyone else here. What can they do to get back on track? They need to start making good games. They need to have good console exclusives. We've been saying this for the entire life of the Xbox One. The reason the Xbox One is not ahead this generation, they don't have good exclusives. Their exclusives suck ass. Gears of War 5 was just okay. The last 2 Halos were terrible. Sea of Thieves is a fucking joke that Microsoft to this day will still not admit is a bad game and didn't sell well. They still lie and claim that it's an insanely greatly selling game when they refuse to acknowledge that no one bought it. Everyone just got Game Pass's free trial because it launched that same week, and that's how they played it. They're so delusional. They refuse to acknowledge failure. And instead, they act like they, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just as confused as all of you guys. I don't know what's going on with these guys. And I don't know what's going to happen in regards to the Xbox Series X and everything. I do feel that it'll sell well. I do. I feel that because the PlayStation 5 sold out everywhere and a lot of people did not get their pre-orders, I feel that you're going to see sky-high reservations in sales for the new Xbox console. By the way, not that that means anything, because they're going to make their money on games. They're not going to make their money on console sales. So, but anyway, yeah, Rob, I'm with you here. I don't know what Microsoft's fucking thinking, honestly. I'm as much of a loss as everyone else here. We're all just staring in shock and horror. Right? Shock and horror at what's going on. Okay. Django Pops resubscribed for 6 months. Thank you, Django Pops, for a 6-month resub, and the ongoing support is much appreciated. Ninstar Rune Cheers said, settle in for the long run. Once you're 100% the game, you have to 100% it again as Luigi. Oh, I don't know if I'm doing that. I'll 100% it as Mario, you know, as long as it's fun. I don't know if I'm going back and fucking doing this again as Luigi. That sounds excessive to me. Maybe you guys disagree, but I don't think I'm playing this game twice back to back, you know. One good solid run is more than enough of a good Mario run for me. I didn't even know Luigi was in this game. Alright, continuing on. Retro Jim Charity said, more Fall Guys. Indeed, there will be more Fall Guys. Tomorrow night. It's on the schedule for tomorrow night, and it will happen. I promise you. I love that they've remixed Fall Guys now. It seems way more interesting, and I'm excited for more tomorrow night. Jay Bowler Cheery says, Mafia 1 Remaster and then Crash 4 are the games I'm looking forward to right now. Only good games besides the Mario trilogy that I'm looking forward to seeing. Okay, well, it's a good thing then that these games are the games I'm playing. Sounds good to me. Thank you, Jay Bowler, for the cheer. All right, so then Newbridge Capital LLC tipped me $100. As I said, guys, this is the third day in a row this guy has done this. I don't believe this is legit. I'm just being honest. I don't believe this is legit. Unless this guy contacts me, and, and gives me a story. Oh, I'm a fan, and I just wanted to hide my identity or something. I don't know. I need to hear from this person. If I don't hear from Newbridge Capital LLC, I'm not counting these tips. And if I don't hear back from them soon, I'm refunding these tips. Okay? So that's the thing. Like yesterday, here's what happened. Yesterday, I counted it, and because of that, people were like, "Oh, see, Phil did well today." So, and then a lot of people, I'm sure, didn't tip yesterday because of that. And that's what these people seem to like to do, is let's inflate what it looks like Phil's making just to get him back later, and then it ends up he barely made anything that day because we screwed him over, right? So I'm not playing that game. I need to hear from this guy in order to count this, okay? Retro Jim Cheers, I'm sure it's legit. It'll be harder for him to charge back every day he does it. You would think so. So you would think so. But I don't know so. Because sadly, like I said, this whole chargeback, the way it works is so bizarre with PayPal. There doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason why PayPal either accepts or denies my information when there's a chargeback. It just seems completely and utterly fucking random. Whether or not PayPal will say, okay, you win the dispute, or no, sorry, you lose. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And so, you might think, oh, because he's doing it over and over, doesn't have a leg to stand on. If he tries to dispute it or tries to get his money back, he'll just get denied. I don't actually believe that. I actually don't believe that. I think that this guy may get away with it. It's possible. Anything is possible at this point with this bullshit. So, I guess we'll see what happens. So, an anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Polish Fraga, then gifted a sub to Newbridge Capital, which, by the way, is not Newbridge Capital LLC. It's probably a troll account that was made to impersonate that. Oh my god, again? This is ridiculous. All I had for breakfast was a granola bar. And I'm exploding like this on fucking stream. Like, volatile gas. I'm sorry, everyone. This is fucking disgusting. I've had enough of this. I don't want to burp anymore. Captain K-Man did a 100-bit cheer. And he says, fishy. I agree. This is very fishy. By the way, I forgot to put top cheerer. Is it Jay Bowler? Let's see. It is. It's Jay Bowler. 21 is the top cheerer right now. So let me get Jay Bowler up on the leaderboard here. At 100-bit cheer. Sorry, I got sidetracked. There we go. Thank you, Jay Bowler. Appreciate that. Okay. Continuing on. Captain... Oh, I already read that. Captain K-Man. Friendly Blossom 18. Resale for 2 months. Said, nice. Thank you very much. Friendly Blossom 18 for the resub. I appreciate that. Last Rambo 341 did a 50-bit cheer. And he asked the following. Ah, my nose is itching now. Come on. Enough of this nonsense. Let me concentrate. Okay, he says, looking at what happened to your WWE Battlegrounds playthrough where you quit every game in which Stream Chat keeps spamming copy pasta. No. Because I didn't quit the game because of copy pasta. I quit the game because, number one, okay, there's a few factors I look for to judge if a game is good for my streams and if it's a game for me to continue playing. The first factor is, am I having fun? The first stream of WWE 2K Battlegrounds, I had fun. Last night's stream, I did not. The game literally cheated. The game began to auto-counter everything I did. It parried every strike. It was reversing every throw. And the game doesn't need to time anything. It just fucking does it, which is broken shit. It'd be one thing if you're playing a human and the human is, like, skillfully reversing. This is the computer just willingly cheating. And I was only at stage 5 of 7. So you can imagine stages 6 and 7 were probably even worse. Right? So it was pretty disappointing. The first session actually being fun and the second session not at all. Okay? Now, in addition to that, my viewing audience basically hated the game. They said, no, after seeing this the second time, we realized it's the same repetitive shit over and over. This is not fun. Stop playing it. There were very few people. I'd say the only people who actually liked it were wrestling fans who were just curious to see what other characters would be represented in the game and stuff. But for the most part, people were very, very disappointed in it and didn't want to see any more. All right? Which is why I said, all right, I gotta be real. And being real, people are not liking this. And I understand that, and I have to respect that and do something different. Okay? So, that's why I quit it. It was not just because Stream Chat was spamming copy pasta. That's ludicrous. Societies tipped $1.20 says, can you unban me? Well, first of all, Societies, I don't know who you are. Second of all, I don't know why you were banned or who banned you. All right? We have a process here on my streams by which you can get a ban appealed and reviewed. What you need to do is email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com. Tell me your Twitch screen name, which is super important because a lot of people forget. And tell me your situation, why you think you got banned. And, you know, if you think you did something wrong, but you're not going to do it anymore or whatever, you got to tell me the story. I need to know what's going on. All right? Once I know what's going on, then I review it and I make a judgment call. Now, if you want a possibly faster response, you can try to contact one of my mods. My mods are not always around, but when they are around, they usually will directly respond to a request like that. So it's up to you how you want to go about it. And you email me, I might not get around to it right away. So that's how you do. You don't tip me to try to get unbanned. All right? Juzma86 to tip me $2, and your pre-streams are the best. All right, well, thank you, Juzma86. I appreciate that. We're now up to $13 in tips today. Thank you, guys. Last Rambo cheer. He says, Xbox pre-orders begin in 2 days. Are you willing to pre-order if you get a certain amount of tips? It's a tough call, guys. And here's why. If I can pre-order without dropping $500, much like I did with the PS4, I mean, would it be cool to be able to unbox the Xbox Series X, to play a game like maybe Assassin's Creed Valhalla on it? Yeah. Yes. At the same time, another $500 investment in a console that arguably I'm not even going to use for anything major anytime soon is a tough sell for me. You know? Like, I know I'd probably play Assassin's Creed Valhalla on it, but then anything else cross-platform, I'm probably going to end up playing on PS5. So, you know, what's the point? You know what I mean? I mean, yes, I absolutely would get good attendance, probably good contributions and support if I were to get the console and unbox it on launch day. People would be very hype and excited to see how that pans out, I'm sure, okay? But outside of that, if I'm only playing like one game on the damn thing, it's very hard for me to justify that expensive price tag, you know? With the launch of the Xbox One, the game had some exclusives. The console had some exclusives. They weren't good, but, you know, like Rise, Son of Rome, remember that piece of shit? But at least there were exclusives where people were very intrigued to see them. So, at least then it was kind of justified. Now it really isn't, you know? So, yeah, I would say, let me put it this way. Right now, it's not in the cards. If somehow I got a large increase of funds out of nowhere, unforeseen that this would happen, would I consider getting it? Yes. But I don't see that happening. You know, I don't foresee that happening. I think I'll get the usual support I do on the streams. And the other thing is, in order for me to get this console, I would need to be up at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, which is my day off. Not to say that's a huge deal. I could obviously be up, pre-order, and then go grocery shopping or whatever. But, you know, I'm still having a hard time justifying it. I seriously am having a hard time justifying getting this console. I'm like fighting myself to say there's a reason to have it. But anyway, if I did get a significant amount of tips out of nowhere to the point where it would cover the cost of the console, you know, I would definitely look to getting it. But unless that happens, which I'm not foreseeing happening in the next 2 days, I don't think I'm going to be getting the Xbox Series X. Okay? An anonymous sub-gifter gifted a sub to Jojo Bizarro and then gifted another sub to Bozo the Clown. Okay, then. I have no idea what the significance of that is, but thank you for those subs. I appreciate that. The gifted subs are always appreciated. M Compute tipped me $10 and says, Phil, good morning. I'm watching one of your Battlegrounds videos. I feel bad there are people in the chat trying to derail stream. Are you looking for a mod that's available Friday and Saturday nights? I thought I would ask. Actually, we had a mod on stream. We had a mod on stream. And the mod also hated the game. It wasn't a lack of modship. It was a lack of interest in the game by every party involved watching. Seriously. It was just really bad. So, in that regard, you know, no, I'm not looking for any additional mods at this time. Okay? Okay? Is okay? Is that right? Okay. So that brings us up to $22 in tips for the day. Thank you. Wait a minute. I screwed that up. It's supposed to be 22, right? Wait a minute. We were at 13. So it's 23. I had it right. Okay, it's 23. Soren J 2K did a 160-bit cheer. That is the biggest cheer so far today. Thank you, Soren J. Let me get you up on the leaderboard before we shout this out. Soren JK, actually. Oh my god, I can't stop burping. What? Dude, I swear to God, I had a fucking cup of iced coffee and a granola bar this morning. Why this is causing insane gas, I have no idea. This is crazy. I have less gas on a day when I eat like a full breakfast out with bacon and eggs and shit. How am I having this much gas? Why am I so gassy? Alright. Anyway. Let's continue. I'm very sorry. So Soren JK, Soren J2K. Did I forget? Oh my god. Soren, did I get his name wrong? Wait a minute. Yeah, it's Soren J2K. I had his name wrong. Soren J2K. Cheers, I don't have anything to say, but this is my 6th stream in a row, so I'm proud of that. Well, thank you, Soren, not only for watching my streams, but for supporting the streams. I appreciate the cheer. Thank you very much. Okay. Continuing on. Spartan King cheered. He says, really don't know why anyone would buy an Xbox. It says something when even full-time streamers like yourself could give or take the console and not really miss anything. It's true. There is nothing exclusive for the Xbox Series X or S coming out in any short period of time that there's a reason for me to buy that console. Here's the thing. I don't buy consoles for graphics. I never have. I buy consoles for games. And Microsoft doesn't seem to understand that. They're selling a console, saying it's the most powerful console ever. But they're not talking about the games. Because there are none. That's bad. How can you be a game developer and not understand that it's about the games? You know? That's really sad. So, I don't care about buying the Xbox Series X or S when I know I'll play probably one game on it. You know, it's no big deal. I can skip it and maybe get it next year when it's in way more abundance and when there hopefully by then there'll be good exclusive games available for it, right? So I guess we'll see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I received a $20 tip from Super Sighted Man, which obviously is a take on Super Blind Man, but it's not necessarily a negative take. He tipped me $20 and says, I broke my leg earlier in the month. Your streams helped me recover. I love you, man. Well, you're welcome, Super Sighted Man. I appreciate the support. Thank you for the $20 tip. That gets us up to $43 in tips today, guys. Thank you for the support, everybody. We're nearly to the Gunner Glasses halfway goal here. Awesome. Spartan King Cheers says, I saw a 3D rendering comparing the sizes of recent consoles. The PS5 is massive. I'm not surprised. I think we all knew it was going to be massive, right? We all knew it was going to be ginormously massive. From all reports. This is not a shocking development. This is something we all knew. So, yeah. Ginormous console incoming, right? Okay. Last Rainbow cheered again. So why not play the multi-platform games on Series S since it will most likely run games better and is stronger than PS5? Gears Tactics and Yakuza Like a Dragon are launch Xbox exclusive games along with multi-platform games. What? Yakuza Like a Dragon are launch Xbox exclusive games? What are you talking about? Yakuza Like a Dragon is cross-platform, dude. Why do you think it's not? What is he talking about? Gears Tactics, sure. I don't care about Gears Tactics. Who the fuck cares about Gears Tactics? The game's been in development for like a ridiculously long time. And it's just a fucking grid-based tactical game. There's like nothing to even write home about, nothing special. Just it has Gears characters in it. It's like XCOM with Gears characters. So I don't care about it. I'm not playing it. I'm skipping that one. Yakuza Like a Dragon is cross-platform. So I'm not sure what you're trying to say here. It seems like you're trying to convince me to get the Xbox Series X. Unless I have extra funds, in the next 2 days to do it, I'm not getting it. I've got the money saved aside for the PlayStation 5. All right? Now, here's the thing. If things go well in the next couple of months for me, which indeed they might, and I can afford the Series X, I might get it. Just, I doubt that they're going to allow you to pre-order. I get the feeling, just like I said, just like with the PS5, the hype is so big for next-gen consoles, and the fact that people wanted to get a PS5 and couldn't get it because they were sold out, you're going to have an unprecedented amount of people now trying to get the Series X, and I get the feeling that it's not going to be possible to get a Series X after the initial wave of pre-orders. It's going to be just like PS5, you know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling. So, it's kind of like get it now or you don't get it, and I get the feeling I'm not going to get it. I would like to wait so I can maybe afford it. It's the thing. If I wait and, okay, middle of next month comes, and I finally get some benefit from the 100K cheer, or, over the next month, people are very generous with tips and everything, right? And I can afford it, great. But the pre-orders are on fucking Tuesday. It's too much too quick, I think PS5 really, really fucked over Microsoft here. Because them launching their pre-orders this week, a lot of people spent a lot of money on those. I lucked out and was able to pre-order on Amazon, so I don't have to pay yet. But the money has to be there. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be stupid and spend the money and now have to try to make it back up. So, we'll see what happens. But it's not guaranteed at all that I'm getting an Xbox Series X. It's only if some circumstances, come together here that it would make sense for me to try to get it. I would love to unbox it and maybe do a playthrough or two on it. But I'm telling you, like right now, it's too expensive for me to be dropping another $500. Okay. An anonymous gifter gifted us up to iced coffee. The name is just iced coffee. Not only iced coffee, just iced coffee. Okay then, just iced coffee. Retro Jim cheered. Thank you, Retro Jim. He said gas side Phil. Yeah, seriously, today I am gas side Phil. I don't know why I'm so gaseous today, but I am super gaseous. It's very revolting. Thorax the Impula 2099 did a 245-bit cheer. Says greetings and salutations, Phil. Greetings to you, Thorax. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for the cheer. Biggest cheer of the stream so far. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. That is 245 bits. Thank you, Thorax. And last Rainbow Cheer says Yakuza will be a timed exclusive on Series X for next gen. It's coming out on PS4 and not PS5. My bad. Okay, so what you're saying is Yakuza Like a Dragon is going to be on Xbox Series X, right? But only on PS4. It's not going to be on PS5 for now, is what you're trying to tell me. Am I getting this correct? Am I understanding this correctly? Am I understanding this correctly? Is that what I'm understanding? It's not going to be on PS5 at all right now, is what you're saying. Yes, and this is true, because that's the first I'm hearing of this, by the way. I was not aware that there was any timed exclusive here like that. All right. Well, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, admittedly, though, Yakuza is not going to be, I feel, a game that's insanely graphically intensive or anything. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, it's a first-person shooter where I want groundbreaking frame rate and stuff. It's a turn-based RPG. So, all right. I mean, that definitely does at least give me something to think about. Because at least that means there would be a game that I cannot play on PS5 that would probably run a little bit better on Series X. Not to say I couldn't play it. I could definitely play it on PS4 Pro. Okay. Okay. To think about this. Alright. Fair enough. I'll think about it. And like I said, I also have to see how stuff goes in the next 2 days. You know. Okay. Continuing on. Mike Does Gaming tipped me $14.88. Thank you for that. He says, I played Horizon Zero Dawn first. I love that game. Now I have to get another playthrough going. I just haven't yet. All right. Horizon Zero Dawn. I agree Horizon Zero Dawn is a good game. Okay. I didn't like it as much as a lot of other people. I don't know why. A lot of people seem to love it. All right. I don't know why. But I definitely liked it. It was a good combination of, I would say, open world exploration, combat, graphics, story, but it just didn't resonate for me, like it did for other people. Maybe it was because the combat I felt was too similar to games like Tomb Raider, which I had just played with the bow and arrow, or other games. Like it had a lot of things that felt very similar, like Far Cry and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I just played too many other games that were super similar to it. Although, admittedly, the other games didn't have robotic dinosaurs and creatures, and also those other games did not have the fun storyline of Horizon Zero Dawn. But there were other things, I don't know, that it just felt too similar to other stuff. So it didn't like, oh my god, it wasn't like it blew me away so different, right? Like it did for other people. Alright, I guess we'll see what the sequel turns out to be. You know, people are super stoked for the sequel. Admittedly, I am too. I want to see what they do with the sequel. Here's what I basically said when I played Horizon Zero Dawn. I said, this is a good starting point for them. That now, they could take what they've done here, and they could make a really awesome sequel that maybe is more original. And by the way, I think we should bring up the fact that since Horizon Zero Dawn has come out, we've basically seen the end of certain franchises. Like, there's no more Tomb Raider. The Tomb Raider reboot's over, right? And honestly, the Tomb Raider reboot kind of degraded in quality over the course of the series. I think the first one was actually the best one of all three. So now that we don't have a game like that, we haven't had a game like Horizon Zero Dawn in a while, maybe playing Horizon Zero Dawn, the sequel, it's not Horizon Zero Dawn, what's it called? Horizon, like, Forbidden Wilds or something? Maybe it'll be more refreshing and feel more original, right? I'm looking forward to it, especially because it's going to be on PS5. I can't wait to see what the graphics happen and you know, how they turn out for that one. Okay. Fungame.exe is subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Fungame.exe, for the sub. I appreciate that. Luigi Serial 64 sub for 9 months. He says, what do you think of the Hogwarts game? I think it's an interesting premise. I'm not convinced that it's going to be good. You know, they have a lot to live up to, being that Harry Potter is a franchise that has not seen a video game in quite a long time, or a new movie in quite a long time. So people are kind of like, wow, we haven't seen this in a long time. That's kind of, it's like an oddity, right? It's like, wow, something's returning. Harry Potter's actually returning to gaming. How will this turn out? And it could go well, and it could go poorly for them. I think it depends on how it's executed. The premise of the game seems good, but I hope that it's not a game that's developed poorly and ends up being crappy. You know, I would very much like to play it when it comes out and see, but hopefully it's good. I also like the fact it doesn't have the main Harry Potter characters in it, that they went for something different. They tried to actually develop, you know, you make your own character, make it something original and different instead of just going with the you know, the characters we've seen for the last 15 plus 20 years or whatever, right? Yoshino Lover has resale for 23 months. What's going on, Yoshino Lover? It's good to see you today, dude. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the ongoing support. Almost 2 years now, dude. Very nice. Okay. Guess what? We finally got through shout out. Wait, never mind. Golden Colts just resub for 40 months. He says false alarm. Don't gift me a sub. Thank you, Golden Colts. 40 months of support from Golden Colts is much appreciated, dude. Thank you very much for that. All right, now we finished shout outs for contributions. All right. Thank you guys for that. Let's give shout outs to the Chop Cheers of the week. This has been an outstanding week for cheers, that's to say the least. Holy shit. Thank you guys for the cheering support this week. In 10th place, we've got Pepto-Bismol for life. In 9th place, Ninstar Rune. In 8th place, Nose Vacuum. 7th place, Darkside Kenny. 6th place, Spartan King. 5th place is Retro Jim. 4th place, Timbo Slice GB. 3rd place, Always Hot Tea. 2nd place, Thorax the Impula 2009. And an overwhelmingly in 1st place, with the biggest cheer I have ever received, and probably the biggest cheer I will ever receive here on the channel, Overpowered Boone, with a 100,000 bit cheer. Holy shit. Thank you very much, Overpowered Boone, again, for your support here. Outstanding, amazing, and it will help a ton to afford all these games coming up, that's for sure. All right, shout out to the people who have gifted subscriptions to the channel this week. We've got Limbago, Melody Zelda, Cashmere Goat, Spartan King, and Angelo Bestio, who each gifted a single subscription to the channel so far. Lunaba has gifted 3 subscriptions to the channel. The Alcoholic Mormon and Darkside Kenny have tied for 5 subscriptions each at 1st place. Now, by the way, guys, I should call out today is Sunday. That means today is the final streaming day of the week per Twitch's criteria. And this leaderboard will overset. What the fuck? Overset. This leaderboard will reset overnight. I don't know why I said overset. So, FYI, if you're looking to get up here on the leaderboard for this week, you would have to contribute soon, meaning now, not later, because that leaderboard will reset, okay? Now, tomorrow we'll go back to 0, and, you know, chances are, I get the feeling that today, we're not going to have anyone beating 100,000 bit cheer. I'm just saying. I get the feeling this will be a record that's going to last for a while. So, you might, if you're looking to get on the leaderboard for cheering and be the top cheer of the week, you'll have more ample opportunity to do so starting tomorrow. All right? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, finally, we are done with this pre-stream that seemed to go on for a week. Although it was an interesting pre-stream, there's a lot to talk about. All right, let's end the pre-stream. I'm going to briefly use the restroom, which I have to do. And then I'm going to come back, and it will be the premiere of Super Mario. Oh, wait a minute. Hobo X10 just resubscribed for 29 months. And he says the following. Hold on. He says, have you considered the $35 a month Series X 2-year Game Pass deal to make the price more manageable? It's actually cheaper than buying the 2 things separately by $20. So many games are being announced for Game Pass, it probably saves money. Hobo X, you may not be aware of this. I don't know how you couldn't be. I declared bankruptcy this year. When you declare bankruptcy, your credit is irrevocably destroyed for about a decade. I would not be qualified for any financing programs anywhere on planet Earth. No one would give me credit right now. Okay? Meaning Microsoft will not give me the monthly plan. They're going to tell me you got to buy that shit up front, son, because you're Mr. Unreliable. And I would say, admittedly, you guys are correct. I can't fault you for judging me. The fucked up stuff that's happened to me the last few years and the things I had to do, it is what it is. No credit, no financing. So that's why that's not a consideration for me. All right? What can you do? It just sucks that my business is successful, but it was all kinds of shit going on behind the scenes that fucked me over, as you guys know. I mean, I'm not going to go into it for the millionth time about the taxes fucking me over and everything. You guys know what happened to me, so. Okay. That's it, guys. Let's end the pre-stream. Brief break for me to use the restroom. And when I come back, It's time for Super Mario Galaxy HD. I'm pumped. I hope you guys are excited too. You know what I'm thinking? I may not need the light today because I have the window wide open. Hold on a second here. Let's test something before I go on break. If I turn the light off and I open the shade all the way, okay. So the light is off, the shade is open. How does this look on camera? Let's find out. Ready? It looks good, right? This is natural light. This is without using my lamp. Looks good, right? So we could just go with this. I might not need the lamp today at all. We just go with natural light. And it's cloudy outside too, so it's not like, oh, the sun's going to go behind a cloud, you can't see me. Right? It's pretty good. This is good. I'm going to have nice fresh air coming through the window. I'm just going to position the fan to aim at me a little bit better. So this is good. I'm excited. Today is the first fall playthrough. Because technically, even though the fall's the 21st, which will be tomorrow, it's my first new playthrough in a bit. It's fall. It's going to be fall weather. Like, I'm excited. This is actually the first fall playthrough. Cool weather. Yes, pumped. Okay, good stuff. Oh, by the way, Thorax the Impula just did a 1,560-bit cheer. He says, if I had one wish, I wish eBay would put a stop to douche pickles that are scalpers, but they won't because they make a profit off the scalpers' overpriced items. Yeah, it's pretty insane, isn't it? That they're selling PS5s and those 3080 graphics cards for like 4 times the purchase price. It's nuts. I agree with you. It's fucked up. And people who actually are going to use the things, the fact that they can't get them because these people want to make fucking a buck, you know. I agree with you there. That's stupid. All right, guys. Let's end the pre-stream. Let me go use the bathroom. I'll be right back with Super Mario Galaxy. I'll play you a little bit of music in the intro. I'll be right back.